Hey there, it's Era, and in today's video we're going to be showing you 15 survival add-ons for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. There's been so many cool releases this week and last week, and we're going to be showing you all of these add-ons in this video. Definitely stick throughout the entire video. There's add-ons here for every platform. The main focus here is to hit every single part of survival, such as new biomes, mobs, bosses, and even the new dimension technology that has been added for Minecraft Bedrock. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video. For the first add-on is Eternal Caves, and it doesn't add just a few caves, it completely rebuilds what's under your feet. This add-on adds 22 unique cave types, each with its own generation, mobs, blocks, and vibe. But the real standout is the Dwarven Realm, an entire underground civilization with dwarf villages, unique professions like miners, blacksmith, and mages with their own crops, livestock, and even fermented drinks. It's basically villagers but reimagined. There's also a full gemstone gear system tied to the blacksmith. For example, I have a diamond sword here and I want to upgrade it. As you can see here, I'm trying to upgrade my sword, and I actually added freeze on hit into my sword. So it actually helps to buff your weapons, which is honestly a really great touch. You've got lava lakes, Buffet Hollow, Amethyst Glen, Luminous Field. Every single one feels like a new different biome on the ground. Honestly, this add-on adds way too much content, like new armor and even a boss you can actually fight if you collect all 5 ruins. These 5 ruins can be found scattered around the underground biomes, and once you collect all of them, you can actually spawn in the ancient serpent boss. Add-on number 14 takes the most famous Java exploration mod of all time and finally brings it to Bedrock. This is an official Bedrock port of Biomes You'll Go, one of the biggest terrain mods ever made. It adds 21 brand new biomes into your world generation, so they actually spawn naturally as you explore new chunks. And it is not a small add-on. We're talking over 1,000 new blocks, custom wood types that don't exist anywhere else in vanilla Minecraft. What makes it stand out is how vanilla style it feels. New resources, new tools, new materials to craft, but none of it feels out of place. If you've been craving a survival vanilla experience, this is honestly one of my favorite add-ons. Everything just seems so seamless between each other. Honestly, this add-on has everything for exploration. You won't get bored at all exploring your Minecraft world. This add-on punishes you for winning. The better you fight, the more dangerous the world gets. This is Cataclysmical. Cataclysmical adds tons of new structures into your Minecraft world and also new bosses with awesome phases. Honestly, these bosses compete with marketplace add-ons. I haven't seen bosses well thought out as these. And throughout your Minecraft world, you'll actually find different types of dungeons. But be careful, these dungeons are not easy. There'll be tons and tons of mobs inside of them, but there's tons and tons of good loot inside of them. Another cool feature that Cataclysmical adds is a trinket system. And able to take advantage of this system, you need to craft this trinket bag. So I crafted this stellar necklace and I'm gonna put it in my necklace slot. Now I have a free buff that grants regeneration after I take some damage. The trinket system basically adds different rings, artifacts, necklaces that you can actually add into your character for buffs. This is one of the most well-polished RPG survival add-ons, so make sure you check it out. The next add-on is Armored Elytra. This is very simple. It basically adds armored versions to your Elytra, so you can actually have the benefit of having a chestplate on you while having an Elytra. This add-on is very self-explanatory. It's just such a convenient add-on not to add it on this list. Anyways, let's get right into the next add-on. Finally, the next add-on is SpaceCraft. To get started, first you need to craft this crafting table. Once you have it crafted, now you have an interface of all of the space items of this add-on. And the first item we need to craft is the launch pad. As you can see, the recipe is pretty lengthy, but this is what you need first, primarily. So we need to place it here, and now you have it fully installed. Next, what you need is some solar panels so you can help connect it to some power so it can actually work. Again, the recipe is pretty lengthy, but I promise it'll be worth it at the end. I promise. And then another thing, we need the power cables to actually connect the solar panels. And as you can see here, I'm just hooking it up. I'm putting 2 power cables down right there, as you can see. And then next, we're going to connect the solar panels to the power cables. And just like that. Easy as that. That's simple. So simple. Next, now you will actually have this interface when you actually interact with the launch pad. Now, as you can see all of the different planets you can actually travel. And if you go to this little gear icon, this is where you need to actually build the spaceship itself. Okay, so over here to your left, there's metal logs. You need to fill this meter all the way up to actually make the rocket go up. Same with the oxygen meter. Okay, after you're done with that, finally, you can place the body in the middle, and then the 2 side bodies right here, and then the last 2 thrusters. And finally, the last part, the top of the rocket. And now, the spaceship is fully installed. Easy. All you have to do is fill up the metalox meter all the way up. And then after, you need to fill up the oxygen meter all the way up too as well. And now finally, you can actually take off in the rocket. Now, as you can see here, there's tons of different planets you can actually explore. Okay, so as you can see here, we're just hovering over the different planets. As you can see here, there's multiple locations. And we're actually going to pick this new planet that actually came out in the new update. So we're going to go back and we're going to click on this one. Confirm. And now we're actually going to hit launch, okay? And just like that, now launch initiated, and now we're gonna go inside the rocket and take off.
Ignition.
So we finally landed. We actually landed in Andrea. Andrea is very, very dangerous planet. It has tons of dangerous mobs around. And there's also Mars and the moon. But the main attraction is the space station. The space station actually has tons of different upgrades when you actually spawn into it. So when you spawn into it, we'll actually have this interface, as you can see here. And as you can see, there's gravity, which you can change it. And you can have 2 different space stations, so you can use them once you want to eject. Okay, so as you can see, I crafted this new upgrade, and I'm just gonna place it here and just upgrade it. And as you can see, it actually expands my spacecraft even longer and bigger. But the space station also has multiple different upgrades. Finally, I have upgrade 2, and I'm gonna install it. As you can see, it's adding more to my spacecraft. And finally, the last upgrade, upgrade 3. With all the upgrades installed, it makes the spacecraft way much more massive. SpaceCraft is one of the most accurate space experiences for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Other than that, let's get straight into the next add-on. WildlifeCraft introduces so many new mobs. Doesn't just add mobs, it tries to recreate real wildlife from every corner of the planet inside Minecraft. WildlifeCraft adds over 200 new unique animal species, and every single one has its own realistic behavior. Not just reskinned vanilla mobs, actual new AI built around how these animals really act. And to support all of that, it adds over 50 new biomes, each one based on real habitat from somewhere on Earth. And to support all of that, it adds over 50 new biomes, each one based on real habitat from somewhere on Earth. So instead of dropping animals into normal terrain, the world itself changes to match where they actually live. On top of that, there's a whole new set of items and blocks, including custom wood types. If you want your Minecraft world to be filled with wildlife, please check this add-on out. Bedrock Reimagined is basically a full RPG overhaul built on top of Minecraft. Bedrock Reimagined adds over 1,200 new items, more than 1,200 new blocks, and over 2,000 crafting recipes. This isn't a theme pack, it's an entire progression system layered onto the base game. And Bedrock Reimagined also reworks the entire vanilla terrain to more lively, more colorful terrain, and just new structures you can find and explore throughout your Minecraft world, as you can see, and even pirate boats you can find in the ocean. There's a full magic system with wands, spells, ruins, and mana, and you can also increase your mana by finding these stars that fall down from the sky. As you can tell, Bedrock Reimagined adds a full RPG system into your Minecraft world, with tons and tons of secrets to discover, such as this pirate boat that holds tons of pirates. You would never get bored of this add-on. But that's just the beginning of what this add-on has to offer. On top of all of that, there's a quest system with 120 tracked milestones. And did I forget to mention, you can also customize your character with tons of these awesome capes, which honestly, I think is a really nice feature. an accessory system with rings, talismans, and capes that gives passive bonuses, such as this cool little ring that actually increases my hunger. Bedrock Reimagined definitely has something you love. Now this add-on you'll definitely love. Aether Legends is a full collaboration between the original Aether mod and Spark Universe, bringing the Aether dimension into Minecraft for the very first time on Bedrock. You build a portal and step into an entirely new sky-high dimension, packed with biomes like plains, mountains, and the corrupted blight, and even cliffs and chaparral regions. Inside, there's 3 full civilizations to discover: the ancients, the Valkyries, and the colonists. There's also tons and tons of unique mobs to find and discover, such as this cool chest mimic. But we're not even done talking. This also adds tons of new bosses: the Slider Temple, the Valkyrie Queen Temple, and the Cthulhu Temple. All these bosses having all unique mechanics, but really be careful. These bosses do not come down without a fight. So make sure before you fight these bosses, you are really prepared. These bosses are definitely worth fighting because they all have their dedicated loots. So I'm fighting this Valkyrie boss, and this Valkyrie boss has an awesome entering animation. This is one of the 3 bosses you can actually fight. And as you can see, this boss has different attack patterns. But once I actually defeated this boss, he actually dropped his sword. Wait, oh my gosh, wait, did he drop his sword? This Valkyrie sword actually has custom animations and a special dash ability as well. Gear wise, you're working towards things like the Gravenite and Zanite tools. That's it for Aether Legends. Let's move on to the next add-on. Finally, this next add-on is Waystones. It's pretty self-explanatory. It just adds a very simple Waystone system into your Minecraft world. So for example, I'm naming this Waystone home, and there's tons of different icons you can actually choose from. So I picked this little house one, and now it actually activates. Now all you have to do is find another Waystone and just place it down and just name it whatever you want and just pick any icon. So I'm just browsing through. So I choose this little factory one, and just like that. And now the Waystones are actually linked together, and just like that, the Waystones are connected, and now you can teleport in between them. This add-on is just so convenient not to add it on this list. Oh yeah, another thing, this also works if you want to teleport in between dimensions. If you've been looking for a Waystone add-on and a free one, I 100% recommend giving this one a shot. If you've been looking for survival friendly guns, this is the add-on for you. First, to get started, you want to craft this firearm forger crafting table. All it takes is iron, a lava bucket, and a couple blocks. And now once you actually have it crafted, all you have to do is interact with it at the top. This add-on adds tons of different guns to crossbows, snipers, muskets, pistols, rifles, everything you can possibly name, this add-on has. This followed up with awesome particle effects and animations. This add-on is one of the best survival friendly gun add-ons out there. Also, with the new accuracy system, every time you crouch and shoot, it actually makes your gun more accurate. So let's get straight into the firearms. The blunderbuss trades range for raw close quarters power. And finally, the next firearm is the automatic gun. The automatic gun does 4 damage per bullet, and it could also pierce through enemies. The musket is built for range, hitting a flat 46 damage and actually piercing through multiple enemies in a line. First, when you spawn into your world, you'll actually have this new crafting table. This crafting table actually holds all of the new upgrades and items from this add-on. As you can see, I'm just hovering over these different types of upgrades, such as the turbo upgrade, the upgrade button, and most importantly, the platform upgrade. But have you also wondered, what if your mount could actually keep up with your ambition? TravelCraft lets you upgrade the Strider, Camel, and Happy Gas with real abilities, not cosmetic changes. Actual functional upgrades that change how you travel. For example, I interacted this gas with the upgrade core, and now I can actually upgrade this gas. There are 10 unique upgrades in total, including extra storage, added health, and a turbo boost, so your mounts can generally become faster, tankier, and more useful the more you invest into them. But the real headline feature is the platform upgrade. With it, you can bring chests, mobs, or literally an entire base along with you, turning your mount into a mobile version of your build instead of leaving it behind. It's a very simple concept, but it completely changes exploration instead of choosing between your base and the adventure. So as you can see here, I actually built the base down on this ghast, and I want to actually unpack the base. So all you have to do is interact, and actually unpacked. And now, boom, easy as that. And now the base is unpacked. And now I'm going to show you the different upgrades on the camel. See, all you have to do is interact with the green button and it shows all of the different upgrades. Just a little notice, all of the upgrades are the same for each mob. Now, let's get started on building the base on the camel. First, all you have to do is unpack the platform and then you can actually get started building. So I'm just going to build a very simple base. And now all you have to do is interact with the camel. And just like that, I unpacked it and now you can move the camel anywhere you want to go. This is very useful for this mob specifically because the camel goes really slow. But that's not it. It also works with the strider. Everything that I just said also applies to the strider. It's a simple concept, but it completely changes exploration. Instead of choosing between your base and the adventure, you can just bring your base with you. Furniture Venture adds tons and tons of new decorations and furniture to your Minecraft, such as a working piano. All of these furnitures are interactable, so it's just not for visuals. It actually properly works, such as a working clock or even a working shelf that you can actually store your items in. As you can tell, every single piece of furniture in this add-on is actually interactable. If you've been looking for one of the most highest quality furniture add-ons, this is the one. So we're going to show you more interactables with the furniture, like these curtains. And we're not even done. Even actual cabinets you can actually store your items in. As you can see, I stored a little bit of my items into this cabinet. And look at these really comfy looking sofas. And you can actually take a seat in them, which is honestly a very nice touch. But that's just one side of this add-on. It actually adds a whole cookbook into your Minecraft world, such as adding tons of different foods you can actually make. But it actually needs a separate crafting table. So in order to craft this crafting table, you need to place a default crafting table down. So to craft the furniture crafting table, all you really need is 7 plank blocks and actually look for the recipes. So for the cooking recipe table, you need 4 planks and 1 shovel. So I'm going to interact with the furniture crafting table and it actually shows you tons and tons of different furnitures you can actually craft. And that's about it. Now let's move on to the cooking section of this add-on. So as you can see, there's tons and tons of different foods like an apple pie, bacon egg, blueberry pie, cheese pie. So we're actually going to make this apple pie, for example. And all we need is 3 apples, 2 sugars, and actually 1 pie crust. So we're going to do a magical cut and we're going to come back with all the proper ingredients. So I'm back and now I have all the ingredients here. And all you got to do is just place them in order. And now you have to wait until it actually makes itself. And boom, simple as that. Now I have an apple pie. And just like that, apple pie has been made. A really cool feature about this food specifically, it actually acts like a cake, like an actual cake block. So you can place it down and actually start eating on it, which I honestly think is really cute. So if you've been wanting to actually cook your actual meats way much faster, this stove oven actually cooks your meats way much quicker. All you have to do is just grab your food and just interact with it and it instantly cooks it. And you're probably asking, what was that cool animation where you actually flip the food? To get that cool animation, all you have to do is actually craft a skillet. And once you craft the skillet, all you have to do is put it on your offhand. Next, all you have to do is just interact with the stove and it actually makes this cool animation. If you've been wanting furniture and also a whole new cooking system, this add-on is for you. The next add-on is the Bloop. The Bloop adds this new ocean village with tons of new villagers you can actually trade for treasures. But be very careful. You are not safe whatsoever in this village. So as you can see, I'm just looking at the different trades these villagers have. And these villagers actually hold different types of treasures and weapons you can actually fight against with the Bloop. But if you search around the village, you can actually find this Bloop altar. And if you give it an offering, you can actually spawn in the Bloop itself. So I actually got the offering itself. And all you have to do is just drop it in. The Bloop is a horror add-on centered around one creature actively hunting you. And it's built with advanced mob AI, meaning you'll generally get stalked, hunted, and jump scared while you're trying to survive. But the most insane part is there's an entire dimension hidden inside the Bloop itself. Get caught and you just don't die. You get pulled somewhere else entirely. This new dimension is very dark. And inside of this new dimension, there's tons of new treasures. Just try not to get lost around here. And as you can see here, there's tons of treasures. Oh my gosh, wait, this is actually kind of stacked. And there's even signs of past life. And waiting inside is the Bloop Soul, a full boss encounter you have to survive if you want any chance of getting back out.
There's a flashing entrance.
If you want an ocean horror experience, I 100% recommend this add-on. The next add-on is more chests. This add-on is very self-explanatory. It adds different types of chests to your Minecraft world, such as iron, gold, diamond, netherite, amethyst, and obsidian. Each rarity having bigger and just bigger storage. All of these are craftable in a crafting table. One of the cool features about this add-on is the organization system. All you have to do is just put all of the items into the chest and just click on this one button and it automatically organizes all the items for you. You can organize them in alphabetical order, or you can send them back to the chest with the click of a button. If you've been wanting ways to store your items just in a bigger scale, this add-on is for you. Finally, the next add-on is item physics. This simply adds item physics to your Minecraft items, such as every time you drop them, it actually shows them on the ground. Also more features, such as when you break down the tree, it actually falls down with physics. Here's an example of me just throwing items on the floor. As you can see, they just lay down on the snow. And simply to pick them up, all you have to do is just walk over it, and simple as that, and now you picked up all the items back. But we're not done yet. This also adds custom death animations to all of the vanilla mobs. If you've been wanting a more realistic survival experience, I 100% recommend checking this add-on out. Oh, so you made it at the end. Comment cookies for a heart. If you want another video like this, click here.